sorry that my hair is ridiculous. I just got back from swimming laps in a pool, so it's just drying and it looks crazy. But welcome back to my vlog. This will be my second episode, I guess. And what I really wanted to talk about was kind of the application process of the Disney College Program. For those of you that are watching this for whatever reason and you don't know what the Disney College Program is, it is a professional, or it's an internship that college students, basically if you're in a community college, online college, or just a normal university, can apply to pretty much be merchandise, quick service food and beverage, a lifeguard, like recreations, you can be judge attractions, you can be a character attendant, you can be a character. Basically, you can run the gamut of any position in Disney, and it's a paid internship, which is awesome because I know most of the times internships aren't really paid, but since it's a paid internship and it comes with a lot of perks. So I mean, if anyone is curious about what it is, you know, I'd say go to the Disney Careers website and kind of look up more information on it. I've wanted to do the Disney College Program since I was a freshman in college, so I'm really excited that I now have the opportunity to. But moving on to the application process, basically the application process consists of, I want to say, 3 parts. Well, 4-ish, 3 to 4 parts. The first part is going to be kind of like Disney CPs release this application that's online, and you go on, you basically fill out, you know, your name, your birth date, your address, like all your demographic information. You fill out, you know, your job experience. If you have any friends or family or anyone that was a previous CP that recommended you for it, you can use their identification number and put it on there. And then basically it's kind of just like the normal like intro to, oh, you also rank you also rank which roles that you would like to do, but like high interest, somewhat interested, low interest to no interest at all. If you really want to do this program, you're basically not going to put anything on there that you're like not interested in. So I'd say kind of put an interest in everything, because you're going to have a better opportunity of like getting a job. And also what I did was I screenshot the entire like page where it has all of like the all the roles that you can perform, all the duties, and what I put as my interest, just in case I was gonna get a phone interview. So tip, screenshot that, because I know a lot of people have been wishing that they remembered what they had put it on. After that sort of like intro interview process, you submit that, and then you have a dashboard. Your dashboard is going to say in progress, and well, at least I think it either says in submission or in progress. Mine always said in progress. You're gonna get a thank you for applying, or thank you for your interest in applying for the Disney College Program. At this time there's a lot of applicants, so please be patient, kind of sort of thing. And then literally within like, I want to say like an hour-ish, I got a second email that it was inviting me to complete the WBI, which is the web-based interview. And that, you really want to block out about an hour's worth of time for the web-based interview, because it's timed, but it's not like you have 10 seconds to answer this question. It's timed and it's kind of long, but I would definitely say, you know, answer it as truthfully as possible. Think about the questions, but don't try to like overanalyze them. Like, I'm an overanalyzer. If I see something, I'm gonna be like, oh, immediately this, but then I'm like, wait, I would maybe do this, but then I'd also maybe do this. So I mean, think about the questions, but don't like overanalyze them, because I know for me time ran out on some of the questions, so I didn't get to answer them. So yeah, that was unfortunate. basically it's gonna be like, what would you do in this situation, or I would describe myself as this kind of questions. And then, you know, you submit that, and you get another email kind of confirming that they got your web-based interview that says, you know, thank you for your web-based interview, you know, once again, kind of like thank you for your continued patience sort of thing. If you're chosen, you'll receive another email detailing instructions as to whether or not, you know, you're given a phone interview, and it pretty much continues to give you just like a rundown of what you're supposed to do if you do get that. Next, I want to say maybe 15 to half an hour later, 15 minutes to half an hour later, I got an email inviting me to set up a phone interview, which I guess a lot of people, that doesn't happen that quickly. Like, everything that I did happened all in one day, basically in like one afternoon. A lot of people are still in submission, but you know, I can't speak for that. I don't know why, and I hope that they can get out of submission and they can actually have their phone interviews, but right now I'm just speaking from my experience. But I got an email that night. I applied, I think apps opened on Wednesday. Apps opened Monday. I had my phone interview on Friday because that was the earliest date that I could get. All the other days had already been booked, and the apps had only been open for maybe like 6 hours, 5-6 hours. So spots fill up very quickly for phone interviews. So I had my phone interview Friday. I thought I did absolutely terrible on my phone interview because literally the earliest I could schedule my interview for was 7:45 on Friday, which you have to remember that the times are actually on East Coast time. For East Coast time, it means it was like 10:45 her time. So I felt really bad. My interviewer's name was Susanna, and she called me and she sounded so tired. So I like stayed really positive the entire time and just kind of like kept going, trying to make her laugh and stuff. But I could tell that she was really tired, and it almost seemed as if she was rushing me off the phone. I don't know if it was because it was so late, I'm not sure. But when I got off the phone, I was just like, crap. It was so bad. There's no way I'm getting this job. Like, I'm pretty sure she hates me. Like, well, goodbye Disney. So I will also be making a video about tips for your phone interview, so don't worry, that's coming. But I want to say about 3 to 4 weeks later, I got, sorry, my cat is by my feet. I got an email 3 to 4 weeks later saying, congratulations, I have been accepted for the Disney College program, and that I had a week to pay my fees and accept my role so that I could actually attend. So that was really exciting. And it's so funny because the night before I got my acceptance, I had a dream. This is gonna sound really weird, but I had a dream that, actually wait, no, 2 nights before I got my acceptance, I had a dream that I was NLIC'd, which you guys will learn that NLIC means no longer in consideration, which means that you were kind of, I don't want to say rejected, but you weren't chosen. And then the night before, I had basically been like, you know what, I'm not going to check my dashboard, I'm not going to check my email, you know, just whatever, it's okay. And I went to sleep and I had a dream that I had gotten into the Disney College program, and I was a cast member who, what was it? I was basically in charge of like watching over like these little kids. Like, their parents would bring their kids here. It's like, here, it's a little nap center for your like young children. And I was in charge of watching over like hundreds of kids that were taking a nap, but I couldn't take a nap. And I don't know about you guys, but for me, whenever I like watch people sleeping, I get really tired. So that wasn't a good thing. And I like woke up out of the dream like, wow, this is really weird. And I woke up at like 6 in the morning because my mom had texted me for some reason. And I was like, no, okay, whatever. I like checked my email because it's a habit. I really checked but I think I checked my email so that I could hopefully not have class that day, so I really didn't want to get out of bed. It was Friday, and then I was like, oh, whatever, and I like sleepily went back to sleep, and I woke up when my alarm went off, and I was like, okay, like maybe, you know, my professor will be nice, and like she really will like cancel class, because I was not even expecting an email from Disney at all. I had literally told myself, like, you know, my interview was so terrible, I'm probably not gonna get like an email back until like till April, when like the last decisions were gonna be going out. So I checked it hoping that I didn't have class, and oh my gosh, there was the email from Disney saying congratulations, and I literally like sat up in bed. I was like, oh my god, I'm going to Disney, oh my god. Like, I couldn't actually be that loud because my roommate was sleeping, but I was so like, I was on cloud 9. I was so jittery for the rest of the day, and I spent like the entire day like, how do I want to tell my family, how do I tell my boyfriend, like how do I tell my friends? So I'm awful at keeping secrets, and I told my boyfriend, I was like, yeah, so guess what, babe, like you can come visit me in Florida for the next couple months because I'm gonna be working at Disney, and he was actually really supportive about it. So basically I also told my mom, because she had been to Disney, I want to say this past September, August, September-ish, when I had just started my last year of college, and she didn't have the best experience. So I was like, I know. So I like sent her a text message. I was like, hey, I have to ask you a question. And she texted me back like, okay, like what's wrong? What's going on? And I like asked her, well, I said something along the lines of, I know you didn't have the greatest experience last time you went to Disney, but would you be kind of like down to come visit me while I'm working there? And she like calls me and she's like, oh my god, congratulations, Ari, I'm so excited, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, that was kind of like my entire day. I was like breaking the news to everyone and telling them that, yeah, after I graduate, I'm going to go work for Disney. So it's really exciting. But for anyone who hasn't watched my roommate survey or doesn't know, I got accepted for fall 2015, and I will be a lifeguard. So I'm really excited. Families of Orlando, your life is in my hands. That probably sounds really creepy, but I'm sorry. But other than that, keep an eye out for my next vlog. It will be about phone tips, or phone interview tips. So I will try to get that out as soon as possible. I know some people still have their phone interviews. Like, it's February and acceptances don't stop until April. So there's still a lot of people that still have plenty of time to apply and have all of their interviews and stuff. So if you're someone who's kind of sitting here thinking, oh, well, they've already like given out acceptances, that there's no way I'm gonna make it, don't have that attitude, because like there's still plenty of time. And if you're someone who is sitting in submission, or someone who's already had their phone interview and you guys are just like, oh my gosh, there's another wave of acceptances today and I still didn't get accepted, don't lose hope. Like, there is plenty of time. And I know it's hard to hear that, because I got accepted the 3rd day, and by the 2nd day I was like, whatever, I'm not gonna get accepted. I had like beaten myself up. Another thing, sorry, I was gonna stop this, but it just like popped into my mind. Do not, under any circumstance, add yourself to like the Facebook page. It will drive you insane. Don't add yourself until after you've been accepted. Like, it will drive you up the wall, and you will go crazy. You will be checking your email every 5 minutes. You'll be checking your dashboard every 5 minutes. I've never been an impatient, crazy person, but after I joined that page, I became so paranoid. Like, don't join it until after you get accepted. I know that sounds crazy, but unless you need like phone tips, which in all honesty you really don't, because there's so many YouTube videos out there that can give you great tips, don't join the page at all. Save yourself the trouble, save yourself the stress. Do not join the page. But thank you for watching. I will try to get my the phone interview tips out as fast as possible. Hopefully tomorrow, who knows, I may record it right after this and be wearing the exact same thing. So guess what? Don't judge me. Have a magical day, guys. Bye.